Previous on Ilystana, war between Byzantine, Cymru, and Trigard broke out. Byzantine raided Cymru, which was then quickly followed by a raid on Byzantine. Now, currently, Byzantine are in the lead, but who knows how this could all go. Cymru are quite strong, they've got Trigard on their side, Byzantine stands alone. But I guess all we can do is see how it goes. The last episode, Byzantine's main capital got completely wiped out by a Cymru raid, but Byzantine still are in the lead in a point standard, so one can only guess how this will all end. Let's have a... The second half of the war was a Byzantine raid on Cymru. Now, it started off all outside the walls. Previously, right before this battle, Khan was actually taken out, and a lot of his loot was taken because he had made a base outside his walls, which meant it was in no man's land. Anyway, the war starts off with a bit of a bow battle between Intent and someone on the wall. And Intent's very good at the bow, so no one really knows how this could turn out, because the wall has the direct advantage, but Intent obviously has that god bow, and with those harming arrows, that is a one-hit kill. But who knows? So while I was watching this, Gamirs takes out Quiet Gamer, and I somehow missed it. So this is looking good for Cymru so far. No one really knows how it could all end, but we can only wait and see. So coming down the steps is another person in Cymru, but someone that's also trying to come in through the walls. But yeah, so far the only people in the walls are Cymru until Gamirs comes back in trying to reclaim his stuff, but I have a feeling, yeah, gets taken out by Eric. Now so far only Cymru and Trigard are within the walls, so Byzantine are not let it breach, but look here. We have someone from Byzantine climbing up the side of the fort. Now this could work out well, but Eric just doesn't see him. He just walks right past him, doesn't see him. And as he runs past, the person on the wall tries to take a shot at Eric but misses. That tells him that they're there. So now the person on the wall has to figure out a way to get out of this situation so they come back over. All this is happening, Intent Rex is taken out by the Flash Knight, so it looks like the Flash Knight won that build battle. So, whoever it is now hiding under the stairs, someone on the Byzantine side, and Eric is about to go over. Now all Eric needs to do is jump down from that wall. Pretty sure he knows that the person is there, but that bow. Evil Unova takes item, so Evil Unova is going to climb the wall. So now Unova's gone full of gear, because Eric actually took all of Gamir's gear. So he could head over and resupply Gamir's now. This is looking pretty even at the moment. Still not sure who the winner could be. But here we have Gamirs, I believe. Yeah, Gamirs running around the town. I'm not sure how this is going to work, given he's almost completely surrounded. Olive Hornet is in there. Olive Hornet is on this Cymru side. Yeah, it's just, it's not looking too good for Byzantine. Oh, Intent is actually in their base. Intent with my skin. Oh, okay, there's me going into the menu. Oh, that was me checking if I had Intent skin, if it was a glitch. Anyway, so here we cut to Gamirs on the roof of a house. Not much has happened between then and now. And he's targeting So Quiet, and he takes her out. She is in Cymru. Unova's also there. And yeah, so we just cut a bit there because I was talking in chat. We're collecting all that gear up. And yeah, it's looking pretty good for Byzantine right now. Just a few shots been traded. Unova's taken out by Eric using magic, so I'm assuming that was a harming arrow. Maybe it was potions. But it looks like people are just exchanging gear now. Looking around. Oh, but now I've just cut to a attack on the gate where the Byzantine side are basically guarding the gate from Cymru's own players, and it's going pretty well. It's taken a lot of them out. And here, that's a great attack by them, but invisibility potions, they're OP. And this is a little go-between in the house. Takes him out. Doesn't notice there's someone behind him. He's probably gonna get taken out. No, managed to take them out. So Intent, and I believe it was Evil Unova, and just stocking up in there, stocking up in armor. Yeah, that was a pretty good little fight there. Someone's coming around the side. Oh, potion, you can sort of see it there. Don't know what they're doing, they're not switching anything. And it looks like they've noticed, and yep, shoot them. Olive Hornet. Olive Hornet is doing pretty good with the ocean plays, but it's just taken out there. The ocean plays? The invisibility plays. So yeah, this is looking very good for Byzantine. Yeah, just Samira running around with no armor, Byzantine's got it all, but Intent was taken out by Eric. That's pretty good. I was pretty sure that was a lava play there, I just missed it. Oh, but he's been caught out by Gamirs and Minerva, so he's now been taken out and Intent's to go and reclaim his gear. So yeah, we're a good few minutes into this raid now, and it's looking pretty good for Byzantine. But it's not a huge win. Oh, Purple Shade's taken out trying to do that lava play. And is that someone in the... someone in the cow pen? I don't know, I can't really see. I don't think there is. Anyway, still looking very good for Byzantine. But who knows? There's been a lot of last minute plays. Olive taken out by Intent, probably Olive probably had no armor. And here we go, a little bow battle here between Intent and someone else. So obviously Intent's got that god bow, all with harming arrows. It's one hit kill. But looks like it's going into PvP. Oh, wait, is that Unova? I think it's Unova, so they're allies. Yeah, okay, so they're allies, so that's not the issue. Flash Knight taken out by Unova, so you must have seen them. But lava play right there, I can't see who that is. But good lava play, they're burning. They've also managed to set fire to their pathway. And Intent's taken out, but evil Unova can come and reclaim that gear. Don't know who made the lava play pretty good. And now Simru's house is on fire, so maybe it wasn't that good of a lava play. So Kawaii is going in to claim some gear, running away, pretty much getting away, no one notices her. And yeah, she's geared up now. More lava play. Oh, it looks like they're about to be taken out. Oh, no, they're still going. Just back and forth fighting, really. It's still looking okay for Byzantine. It doesn't look like they've reclaimed their land yet. Gamir's getting pushed in by Olive Hornet. Looks like Gamir's is going to burn to death in the lab, which is not going to be good for the gear. Oh, he's going to made it to the water. Pretty good survival there. Yeah, it's looking like a win for Byzantine. Not a big win, because it was pretty... I wouldn't say even PvP. Byzantine definitely dominated, but like Simru and Trigard definitely made a pretty good effort in this. So yeah, I think we're starting to come close. Yes, commentating. I think we're starting to come close to the end of the raid now. They're going to start clearing out pretty soon, and they're just starting to kill the remains of the players. Looks like it's a Byzantine win. Byzantine will be getting the point for this round. Here you can see the moment when Jeans gets banned. I skipped through it. Anyway, so yeah, they're going to start clearing out now. Just talking here, yep, 2 minutes to clear out. They're going to start evacuating. Yep, Byzantine win this raid. Good job, Byzantine. The next battle is a best out of 3. One side defending, one side attacking. Now Byzantine here, they have to defend their base from the attackers coming from the Simru and Tragard side. They were defending a small wooden base which used to be Scythalem, but now it is a part of a battlefield. Now these battles are pretty long and I cut them pretty short because not a lot happens because they don't lose much armor given keep items is on, so it's basically just whoever could last the longest. Now here you can see Gamir is defending the base by getting rid of someone trying to attack the beds. They've barricaded a lot of place. Eric is taken out by Olive Hornet, but those two are on the same side, so that's obviously not much of a good thing. So Olive Hornet is taken out, he's died twice, but you can respawn the beds unless they get destroyed. But right now, the beds on the Byzantine side are pretty safe. Unova's taken out by Fade, so that's looking good for Fade. I think that's Fade's there. No, that's Gamir's. Okay, so Gamir's is those beds are still pretty safe. Unova's back into the thick of things. Someone's gone with an invis potion, so I can't identify who it is. I think it's on the defending side. But that's a pretty risky move. You could be taken out by one of your own team members here. But Eric sees him, but they're going in to fight back. Boo off screen is killed by Fades, which is not looking good for Byzantine, but all they have to do is keep them out for a time limit, or just not die for that entire time limit, and then they will win. Now, another way they can win is completely wiping out the other team by taking out the other team's beds. but that's a pretty risky move. So, yep, they're going in to attack now, but I don't think they'll get out of it. Who is it? It's Eric chasing around Fades, who's chasing around Gamirs, who's attacking Eric? Wait, whose teams here? Okay, so Nintendo's in the base there. So yeah, both teams are actually going on the offensive here, even though one team's primary concern is defending the beds. Now, I don't know how this is going to work out here. Viper also is a part of Byzantine. He recently joined their team, but Viper was killed Eric, but was quickly taken out by Purple Shades. But yeah, we're in the thick of the battle here. It's all going down in the Simru side of things. Gamirs is taken out by Fades. I think they're all back at their base now. I think it was a pretty good defense by the Simru and Trigard side. But they're going back in the offense again, even though all they need to do is defend for a certain time. But sometimes the best defense is a good offense. So who knows, but Taboo is taken out by Fades. So what they're sort of doing here is they're actually... Oh, never mind, those beds have been taken out. Now, they still haven't lost, they just have to survive now, they just have to survive. So Sonic has managed to take out those beds, which isn't good for Byzantine. And I believe that was an Ender Pearl right back out. Or it was, yeah, it was an Ender Pearl out and I just cut the stream. So now, they are attacking, I believe that's Sonic still down there. You got Sonic taken out by Intense. But that was pretty much the last thing, and Byzantine actually won, even though they lost all their beds. Byzantine won. So we're in the second battle now. Now it's Byzantine's turn to attack, and Simmer and Trigard's turn to defend. And I think Simmer and Trigard will do best here by sticking to the defense, staying out of the offense. But it looks like they're sending someone out to attack anyway. I don't know how that will go. But yeah, this is a pretty key moment in the war now. Both teams are actually still pretty even in terms of points. And it's looking like, yeah, both teams are pretty tired of the war by now. So these battles really matter in the war. And they're close in points, so I think it's going to come down to who surrenders first. So yeah, Viper taken out by Sonic. Wolfhorn taken out by Arrow, Viper taken out by Sonic. Again, or am I reading the same thing? Who knows? But yeah, these battles are pretty hectic. But yeah, we're coming to the end of this one now, I believe. The beds have all been taken out, and now it's just down to who kills who. Fighting, more fighting. I believe it's going to end up, 1v1 in the end. Who knows? I think there's someone out hiding. Vigamir, Intent, they've taken over. Oh no, they've cleared out their own base. So is there anyone over on the Simmer side? So Taboo is going over to check it out, but look at that. There's still players inside. Byzantine won this round, but the rest of my recording's corrupted. Sorry. Yeah, Byzantine won this round. The next battle was a raid in Vietnam. Vietnam were on the Trigard and Simmer side, but they've been mostly staying out of this war. Now, I feel like this battle is gonna make what ends the war. Whoever wins this is probably going to win the war, and I don't really know how it's going to go. Both sides are pretty even on points. Both sides are tired of the war. Who knows who's going to win? I mean, whoever wins, they're going to surrender, and whoever wins, they'll probably take over. And it already looks like the base is being filled up with Byzantines. But who knows? Someone might be taken out. Clueless Clock is taken out by Bond's boys. These are all Vietnam players, by the way. They just killed their own teammates. Beds have been taken out. Okay, this is looking pretty bad for Vietnam. This looks like it's Simru, Trigards, and Vietnam's last stand. Because whoever wins this, they're gonna be, they're probably gonna take over. They'll have control of the entire realm. And it looks like Byzantine have taken over Vietnam. Now, they broke the bed, so they're all stuck in spawn. I think Eric is outside, but at his base. So really, they can do whatever they want to Vietnam now. It looks like this is a pretty hard Byzantine win. It looks like, yeah, this could be the last battle. Byzantine may have just taken over the server. Yeah, they're just burning it down now. So now it's all really down to Eric, Khan, and I believe the leader of Vietnam is out of this now. So it's down to Eric and Khan if they surrender to Byzantine, and if they do, Byzantine get a lot of territory. A lot of territory, and it means their alliance is basically taken over. Because Camelot is in their alliance. What used to be Valentine is in their alliance. I'm just going over to see what's going on here. Olive Hornet's still here. Okay, this could turn out good for Byzantine. Not Byzantine. The Olive Hornet could take them out. We can always see how it goes. He's going into the sword. No one sees him. No one sees him yet. They're just seeing a floating sword. They probably think it's one of their own. Oh. Okay, they've noticed him now. They're noticing him. He's running away. Okay, he's heavily outnumbered. But that invisibility pot may win this. Olive Hornet is really committing the invisibility pots here. Doing a lot of Indian plays. I know all of them do work. But yeah, Olive Hornet is taken out. And here is the aftermath on the Vietnam raid. It looks like Byzantine. So, Simru, Trigard, and Vietnam all surrendered after that battle, Byzantine taking the win for the war. This means Byzantine completely took over the realm. And I mean, it's been a long journey. This entire series has basically been the rise of Byzantine. I mean, just having a look back, like here you can see Trigard before the war, and it's the same after, but you know. But yeah, Byzantine won this war, successfully taking over the entire realm, and definitely becoming the most powerful nation I've seen on any of the nation realms. This has been the longest realm we've had up. It's also been like the longest rise in power. But yeah, we've had some rough edges, so you know, it all really began in Ilystana in the War of the Wives, where I was in fact still immortal, and chasing Mill around a base with intent as we go to kill him, or was with Logan, I don't know. But yeah, we're taking him out. That was basically the first war of the realm. Then there was the Starna genocide, once again Byzantine taking over. And then who can actually forget the war between Valtium, Byzantine, and other wars. The war before this one, which has probably been one of the most hectic wars we've ever had. Yeah, it's been a crazy little journey for this, but now there's another land calling. Ilystana, there's a mass exodus of Ilystana, and a new world is called